Greetings! Today I'm coming to you from a small fishing village right on the northwest coast of Denmark, where we've been for a few days. A place called Lundstrup, hope I've got that pronunciation right. Gorgeous little fishing village, or was predominantly a fishing village for centuries, since at least medieval times. And more lately, or more recently, it's become a real hub for artists, people like painters, sculptors, because it's such a gorgeous place, has a beautiful energy, a beautiful light to it. And of course it's very popular now for summer holidays and, well, tourism in general. And it's pretty well built on sand dunes. And I'm just going to walk down to the beach here, if you call it a beach, the coastline. This is an absolutely incredible coastline. We've been driving up the west coast of Denmark. It's about 400 kilometres in total length. We're not there at the end yet. And it's basically faces the North Sea, very wild stretch of coastline in the world, but absolutely magnificent for all of the sandy beaches. It's essentially almost, if you like, one long sandy beach. And I was thinking as I was walking on the beach yesterday, actually, and I'm just going to show you the beach in a second, and it's the thought I wanted to share with you, and maybe you're starting to hear the waves in the background. But I think we often get caught up with the wrong things. We don't make the main thing in our life the main thing, and we forget about what's really going on. We're so preoccupied with our thoughts and our problems and trying to figure out what to do and what we should be doing, that we don't often take the time to really stop and observe what's really going on. And I've actually talked about this in previous episodes, but the point I really want to make about this here is if you look in the background, what do you see? Waves, endless waves, and sand, endless sand. And we forget to realize that most of what's around us and within us, all of what's around us, what's really around us, what's really within us, is actually infinite. Because it's quite incredible to think and to remember that every single wave on every beach throughout history, they've all been different. There haven't been two waves that have been the same. I mean, isn't that incredible? So essentially waves are infinite. And sand, apparently the number of grains of sand on every beach on Earth, the number of grains is still less than the number of stars in the known universe. There are more stars in the known universe than there are grains of sand on every beach on Earth. And once you really start to think about what this means, and once you really start to investigate and look into this whole idea that everything is infinite, you see infinity everywhere. Everything is infinite. There's no shortage, there's no lack. Everything is basically endless. And it's the same with our brain. And I talk a lot about the brain. I've spent a lot of time researching and focusing on what the brain is and what it's really there and designed to do. And it is designed to make us the best that we can be. It's a machine for our biological, not only surviving, but thriving, so that we have the greatest chance for survival. But the brain itself is pretty well infinite as well. You know, there's 100 billion cells within the brain, within the human brain. 100 billion. They're called neuron cells. And each of those cells can connect to other cells through a thing called synapses. And these synapses, which are the connection, as I say, the connections between the cells, what really make it function, there's 100 trillion synapses, more than the number of grains of sand on every beach in the planet. It's absolutely incredible. And this is all contained within our own skull, within our own brain. So I think it's really useful sometimes to just stop and really start to observe and get this knowing, this understanding, this feeling that We're in this infinite universe. We're in this infinite experience. We are infinite. Everything about us, what's in us and around us, is infinite. And once we start to realize that, we can start to really, I think it's a helpful idea to really start moving forward with what's important in our life. Start to focus on what's important. Hope you find this idea useful. So it's greetings again from the beautiful beach in Denmark. If I go this way, you'll see some fishing boats on the sand. Thanks again for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Please leave a comment or a like. What do you think? What have you found? What are you aware of in this world that's infinite, that you think we often overlook and forget about? Love to hear your comments. Thanks again for watching. Talk to you again soon.